50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote a series of 7 Harry Potter fan fiction novels. This is book 3 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Commentors from Kazkaban. Everyone, welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Sammy Garlip is here.
G'day, Mickey.
G'day, Sammy.
How are ya?
I was going to say, wow, overwhelming positive feedback about us being back, but not really, because we record this a week in advance. So the episode, while we record this, what you're hearing now, the episode from last week just came out today.
So whoever you're listening right now, but really right now for us, you're listening to last week's episode.
Yes, correct.
Isn't that crazy?
Both of us forgot that the episode came out today.
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah, the episode came out today. And Sam was like, oh, did we already do one?
Yeah, I kind of forgot. I forgot. But we did a little teaser, didn't we?
Yes, we did a little teaser that went out on both the HPATB and the TCB feed, which is good. And do you want to tell them about the Patreons thing that you just came up with?
Oh, yeah, I just came up with that because our Patreons we call Patreonuses.
We should plug, there is a Patreon, patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys.
But there's now an option on Patreon to be a...
There might be.
Oh, there's not an option.
If I have time.
Sorry, on some people's Patreons, there's an option to be a non-paying Patreon follower, which...
So it's not really a Patreon. It's a Treon.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really get it, but I just thought that could be the Patreons.
Yeah.
Patreon Weasleys.
So if you want to follow the Patreon but not pay, you're going to be a Patreon. But if you're a paying follower, you're a Patreonus, which is much better.
Because the Ron Weasleys, you said hand-me-downs and it's a bit...
No money, they're poor. They're a very poor family.
From the other one I follow, where I'm a Patreon of another podcast, you see things uploaded, you're like, oh, I wish I could watch that. I can't. Really? There are some things for free.
Yeah, right.
But you don't want, not everything's for free. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. So it's like jump on, because you might see, hey, we're doing this, and you'll be like, cool, I'm going to pay. Exactly. Just pay. We don't want any Patreon.
No, but just everyone's fine. Everyone's great. And if you're not paying, good on you.
Couple things.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
To episode 2. I forget we've done it already.
Hagrid. My mum stopped past.
Yes,
which was a fun little cameo.
It was. Let's do a podcast. The camera wasn't working. You're labeling your microphones wrong, and then the doorbell rings. Oh, my mum's coming over, by the way. Okay, sure.
Yeah, so that was fun.
That was fun. And your mum said, I pretended. You said you were going to see your nonna, and I said to your mum, I said it in front of your mum. I said to you, you're going to go ask her for money again, just to kind of stir up some family issues.
As in ask my nonna for money.
Yeah. But then your mum said, I got to go. And, I'm just going to Santa's house. And I was like,
my mum said, I'm going to Santa's
house. I'm like, is this her way of saying she's buying Christmas presents in February already?
Or is she just crazy? Is she crazy?
Yeah. I was like, is that a joke? Is that a weird liberale joke?
No, we don't. Our family doesn't have jokes.
Radio mum?
We're not a happy family. No, we are. No, this has been a thing.
I'm going to Santa's house.
This has been a thing.
I shouldn't do an impression of your mum.
My mum doesn't even speak like that.
I'm going to Santa's house.
So my mum said, I'm going to Santa's house. Yeah, my whole life this has been a thing when friends are in the car and stuff, and mum's like, I'm seeing Santa, and all my friends are like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
My mum has a friend called Santa.
Oh,
her friend's name is Santa. And
a boy or a girl? A woman called Santa.
And she's Santa's great.
But when you were a kid...
Well, I'm friends with Santa as well.
Oh my gosh, can you put in a good word for me? But when you were a kid, did you get confused when they would say, Santa's coming?
No.
And you're like, it's July 2nd.
You would think that. But
or like, did you think that all these presents under the tree were coming from your mum's friend Santa?
No.
Wow.
You would think that, but I feel like it was made very clear which Santa was which.
Right.
Contextually though, like, because these are like family friends, right? And like, we wouldn't see them over Christmas. So if we were talking Santa during December, you'd know it was Mr. Claus. If you were talking Santa any other time,
You know it's Santa Maria.
yeah, pretty much. I am good friends with Santa's son, Vince, who. Sorry, not
Hang
Santa
on.
Claus. Santa.
Because now I'm thinking of Vince Vaughn in the movie Fred
Bad
Claus.
Santa.
He's in Fred. No,
Not Bad Santa?
No, Bad Santa is Billy Bob Thornton.
Are you sure?
Oh,
No, you're right. Vince
sure.
Vaughn is Fred Claus. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Which isn't that Santa's son or something?
Yes, no. Santa's son, Vince, came to the
Vaughn?
first live show of Harry Potter and the Boys. So shout out to Vince if you're listening.
Shout out to me. Well, I know we've got a few things to talk about, but just covering off some stuff from the live show.
Yes.
Which maybe we didn't last time either, which was it was so good. We'll probably I think we'll do another one at some point.
Yeah.
But I feel like we didn't review it all properly. One thing I just forgot until today was I think I've already told you about it off air, but the debacle of we had the prize of the signed. We gave away a signed Nutty Professor DVD.
Yes.
And-
to Bella. Well done, Bella.
Yes. But I'd planned this whole thing. I went to order it online and I thought we'd open it on stage because I ordered the Spanish version online. I specifically chose out the Spanish version. So
El
instead of-
Loco
it was
Professor.
El Professor Loco. And I was like, this is
I don't remember seeing that.
because then I was like, oh, this is hilarious.
That is hilarious.
I'll open the package on stage, so it looks like a surprise to me as well. But then when we opened it, and I was on stage going, oh, wait for this, and then I opened, and it was just the Nutty Professor.
Oh, they didn't send the Spanish version.
I think they've gone. There's people packing up in Spain going,
he must have made a mistake.
he's made a mistake.
Yeah.
This guy's ordering from Australia.
They were doing you a favor. They thought they were.
Yeah, but then to my great disappointment, the package, it opened. So then it was just like, why did Sam leave it in an Amazon package this whole time?
Yeah, true. And you didn't say like, oh, I thought it was the Spanish version. 'Cause
No.
we were kind of rushing off stage as well.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I wish it was.
That would have been so funny.
El Professor Loco.
That would have been
think it
hilarious. I've got a confession
Senor
/ follow-up.
Eddie Murphy. You've got a confession.
Yeah.
Is it regarding the live show?
Semi-related. So obviously we have...
Before we get into the confession, obviously,
Yes.
to make sure you're truthful, if you take this Verita serum.
Okay. So obviously we have... When you're in a live show setting, you know, you really want it to work for the audience. You really want them to enjoy their night, right? That's the kind of point, yeah?
As long as I'm having fun.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm kidding.
But we have a listener, Yeetmaster 437, who hates Sammy, and he then got banned. I said at the live show that he got banned from the podcast by his parents.
Yeah.
And then I kind of stepped off stage that night and I was like, I just made that up. That didn't happen. I lied. I don't know why. I think I just thought it would be funny, so I said it.
Okay.
Right? So does that not shock you? I just completely lied, right?
Well, yeah. Why? I mean, I think I just assumed you were telling the truth. I didn't remember. But Yeetmaster then apologized to me, and then we realized that Yeetmaster 437 was about 13 years old.
Yes, he is a young kid.
But then of course this was not just the live room. Yeetmaster wasn't there, but then it's recorded, it's gone out as a podcast.
Yeah. So I've just made that up, and Yeetmaster's obviously heard that. And recently I was on Apple Podcasts.
Sorry, we were just patting while Mike tried to open the podcast app, had to update, re-download the Apple Podcast app, update it.
Sorry, guys.
Now searching.
So saw a new review from Yeetmaster, and I didn't know you could even leave multiple reviews, right? And he's left a new 5-star review.
Because okay.
1st of January 2024. This podcast is the best. And keep in mind, I made up that he got banned from the show.
Yeah.
And his review says,
My parents banned me from this podcast, but now I listen to it in secret. I now have an ulcer because of the stress, but it's worth it. P.S. Please get Lewis Spears on.
It was going so well until that. Until Yeetma suggested a replacement.
Is obsessed with Lewis Spears.
Yeah. Well, some people are.
Yeah, some people are. It's cult-like. It's cult-like, the Spears phenomenon.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he wears like a pentagram.
Yeah. He wears a pentagram necklace. Yeah. It's like, anyway.
So
it's funny.
Yeetmaster did.
Content.
So yeah, that was good. That is good content from Yeetmaster.
Yeah.
I reckon he probably did get banned. Or
Maybe he did. Yeah. He should be banned. Yeah.
I love that he communicates purely via Apple Podcast reviews, which we encourage everyone to.
But I didn't know you could leave multiple. Like, you can just keep leaving reviews. Can everyone review the pod wherever they're listening to it? 5 stars?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I guess review it again.
Yeah.
But in a positive manner.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you lied.
Yeah, I lied. Sorry, everyone. This is my apology.
But did you prophesize? Has he really been banned?
Maybe I probably. Yeah, Yeetmaster, let us know in another review. And everyone leave a review with your thoughts on whether it happened or not.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Like, I don't think that was a big consequential lie, but I'm glad that you've come forward because I think we need honesty on this podcast.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in other news of the week, I mean,
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we'll talk about Taylor Swift.
I know it's a Harry Potter podcast, but Taylor Swift was in Melbourne, or she's in Australia.
3 nights.
3 nights at the MCG.
Yeah.
She performed in front of over 288,000 people.
Insane.
Over 3 nights, plus the people outside. I was there on the Friday night, on the first night.
Yeah.
And this is the link to Harry Potter. It was magical. There we go. That's why we're talking about it.
So, like, I wasn't there, but we walked around the MCG that night. Unbelievable.
It was actually so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm massively on. Like, my girlfriend is, like, obsessed, always has been obsessed with Taylor Swift.
T-Swift, yeah.
T-Swizzle. And I've always been a big fan.
I love her music. I wish I went. I regret not going now.
Anyway, it's funny that some people are just like, oh, she sucks.
Yeah. Why?
I don't.
She's amazing. It's phenomenal. It's bigger than Beatlemania. I've never seen anything like that.
And like, she's got so many great songs.
Yeah.
So many hits.
Yeah.
They're all okay. I'm thinking because the Super Bowl was last week, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And think about you had Usher out there doing the halftime show.
Yeah.
And he did this like 9 minutes of kind of the best bits of his, like in some way, like, abridged versions of his songs, right?
I don't think I could name a single Usher song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is that him? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, not that.
What's that song called?
That's a different song.
What's it called? Is it called Yeah?
I think that's not him.
Yeah, but what's the song called?
I think that's called Yeah, Yeah, Yeah.
So Usher has a song called Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And this other group has a song called Yeah, Yeah, Yeah.
Come down with me. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I prefer Yeah, Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that's... Is that
yeah, yeah. Oh, I think it is. We shouldn't talk about it.
He wasn't there. Anyway, so Usher, people loved it, did 9 minutes of a bridge version of songs.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift did 3.5 hours of that. Because a lot of the
45 songs.
Yeah, and because a lot of them are like abridged or mashups like, towards the early bits, early parts. Because she's leaving out bangers as well.
Yes.
So like, and she's just, it was actually it was incredible.
Unbelievable. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
And I think the only reason people are getting annoyed is more that the oversaturation in like of reporting when people who aren't fans, they're not angry at. They get confused about whether they're angry. They're like, oh, I don't want to hear about Taylor. Like, she's not making you hear about her.
Yeah.
It's not her fault
that she's famous.
That people are reporting on her.
I actually
I'm
think...
just like, fucking chill out.
I think it's actually because a lot of people... This is just my opinion. A lot of people don't like seeing, like, a woman being the most successful person in pop culture.
100%.
And they're like, oh, does she even write her own songs? And like,
yes.
Who cares? Why do people care? It's like... she's amazing. Like, get over it.
Sorry, yeah. I thought that'd almost go without saying, but but it actually doesn't. So
no,
that's
100%
but I
true. Think the people that think that don't necessarily realize that that's why they have a problem with it, because she's like independent, she's powerful, she's like conventionally attractive, and people don't like it when women like that
Yeah.
have lots of power.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, and people say, she's got the best marketing team. Like, sorry, but like, if it's just marketing, then you go do it. If you could,
Yeah. Oh, no.
So anyway.
The way she manages her brand is amazing.
Anyway, I said to you, it was like inside the MCG, the stadium, it was like the Wizarding World Cup, Ireland versus
Yes,
Bulgaria.
you did.
It was
Send me a text about that. Yeah.
it was like Ireland versus Bulgaria, and instead of Crumb on a broomstick,
Yeah.
it was Taylor Swift with the voice of an angel.
Swift.
People were doing Taylor.
Yeah, that seems pretty standard. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it was a bit where it was just like she just stood there, and there was about honestly 5 full minutes of just screaming.
Oh yeah, I heard it. I heard it from here. Anyway, shall we do?
Should we talk about something
or
else?
should we?
Is there anything?
I've got one Potter tidbit that I just want to bring up, if that's cool. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, and like a lot of this podcast is bringing up the inconsistencies and flaws of the Harry Potter world, which we love.
We're just analysing it, and
shit.
we're fans.
I just realised, so in the Chamber of Secrets, Harry goes to Ron's house, and the first thing he sees is like all the dishes are like magically doing themselves. The knitting is knitting itself. All the chores are happening through magic by themselves.
Yeah.
So then why does anyone even have a house elf if you can literally just get magic to do it for you? Like, I think it's purely just to say you own a slave, which is so crazy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I guess maybe people can't be bothered. You've got to do the spell. I feel like you've got to do the spell to make people.
So you're saving yourself, what, like 2 seconds to be like, nitty ditty, bitty titty.
I'm sure that nitty ditty bitty titty
is the spell.
Yeah, which also, if you get that confused, like the yellow mellow, whatever, you might actually shrink someone's breasts. So you've got to be careful with that one.
I guess that's what you're avoiding by getting the house elves in.
Maybe it's just a power thing. Maybe the rich people don't actually know how to do those spells. They don't want to tell anyone.
Yeah, they're
stupid.
Admit it. Yeah, that's so true, actually.
I mean,
but I just think it's funny because the Weasleys are able to get by pretty well without a house elf, whereas like anyone could probably do these spells.
Yeah, I wonder. So food preparation? Because you can't make food out of magic.
No,
but you can
kill an animal.
You can make it. You can prepare it by magic.
Yeah, you can chop it, season it.
So why is there house elves?
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, that's just the way things always have been. I'm not going to change it.
Why should we change it? It works.
Too woke.
It's always worked.
It's always worked. It ain't broke.
All right, I'll get the iPad off the stove and we'll get into the fan fiction.
I think that was. I think that was on. That was on Patreon. Was that on the Patreon? Whatever.
Oh, was that on the Patreon?
So.
Oh, sorry. I said on the Patreon my laptop and iPad were on the stove. The stove was off, but that's just where I was leaving them today. So that wouldn't have made sense. So, Sam, we pick up after chapter 31, which was the grave discovery, where Neville finds Salazar Slytherin's scepter. Try saying that 3 times fast. Salazar Slytherin's scepter.
Salazar Slytherin's scepter.
Salazar Slytherin's secret scepter. Anyway, Neville was
Salazar Slytherin's secret slippery scepter.
Ooh, I like that. Neville was left in the Forbidden Forest to think about what he'd done wrong, which we weren't actually sure what it was. And I guess we pick up there in this godforsaken book. Sam, as always on this show, we do start by
reading
reading
this way?
How do you want to read it?
I guess this way's fine. No, this way's good.
Nah, if you want to go portrait, there you go.
Maybe I don't.
Oh, you don't? Well, I've changed it for you. Do you want to go back to this?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go back. Sorry, guys. Some issues here. Okay. We pick up at chapter 32, and as always, we start by reading the title of the chapter, which is, Sam, read it, please.
Don't tell me what to do. Chapter 32, Harry's Herbology.
Ooh. Not like seems innocent.
Because Harry doesn't like herbology.
No, as we found out in the last chapter.
And he said it's easy to teach. So I guess with Neville, I'm predicting Neville's away.
Yeah.
Harry's had to play.
And he said, I'll get someone to cover your shifts.
That's
which is
true.
funny because I imagine that the staff at Hogwarts are doing
Yeah,
shift work.
yeah.
Like, I think they'd be on salary.
And they all have, we assume they all have like teaching degrees or something, right?
Well, there's no university at Harry Potter World. There's no there's no
HPU.
university in the magical world. So that actually means all the teachers at Hogwarts are unqualified to teach.
Well, because it does feel like Dumbledore basically got Snape was like a terrorist. And was like,
Come work for me.
Come work for me. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience? Not. I mean, I've influenced a lot of people to doing things, just the bad things.
I went to the school. You're hired.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slughorn is like a drunk.
Yeah.
Like
Professor Quirrell is incompetent. So is Professor Lockhart.
Yeah.
And Dumbledore just hires anyone. He's like, all right, do you want to, sorry, I'm not magic. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. All right.
All right, great. Let's do it.
You know what? Said Michael to the rest of the boys. They sat on a large hill near the school to eat their lunch. What? Everyone said in unison. I actually don't mind this book, Michael responded. They were eating bologna sandwiches.
What is bologna? We don't really have it in Australia.
I am thinking it is actually ham. Bologna. I think it's
Or salami
bologna.
or ham?
No, I think it's...
Because we would just call it ham. Like if you were
Yeah.
having a ham sandwich, we'd say a ham
I
sandwich.
think it's literally spelt like... I reckon it's meant to be...
Bologna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
bolognese.
Yes.
Bologna.
Yes.
And I think... You can't get ham, but when you get champagne ham... you get bologna.
Because I feel like in America...
They don't pronounce things correctly.
No, but I was going to say, if they say a ham, I think they're talking about like a Christmas ham. You know, like a ham leg at the Christmas table.
Do they even have that? They have turkey, don't they?
Oh my God, yeah. I don't know. I actually don't know. One of our American listeners let us know.
Do you use ham? Do you use the word ham?
Yeah, if we just went to the supermarket to get like shaved ham for a sandwich, you'd just be like, can I have some ham? Yeah. And then pepperoni is salami. We don't say pepperoni here.
Oh, like pizzas.
Pizza,
You gotta have
you
a
can get a
pizza
pepperoni.
now. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but now I go, you go to somewhere Italian, they like salumi or...
Yeah, true.
Not Italian. Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, they were
Anyway,
eating bologna
sandwiches, which we... Anyway, so I assume you didn't know what this was at the time either. It was just like...
I've just heard it on Simpsons, I
Yeah,
assume.
bologna. Hey, that's bologna. They were eating bologna sandwiches. It was a little salty, but lunch lady Gertie said that salt helps young boys grow.
Lunch lady Gertie.
So there's a lunch lady Gertie?
Was there a cafeteria in an earlier chapter? I don't think so.
Oh, that's ringing a bell.
But there is no cafeteria at Hogwarts.
No.
It's just the Great Hall and the food just
But I think you
appears.
did say cafeteria at one point.
Oh, okay.
But
there
then,
you go.
so lunch lady Gertie must be in charge of all the house elves that are
Yeah,
slaving.
maybe she
away.
is a house elf.
I'll continue now.
Okay.
Would you guys get a stiffy for lunch lady Gertie? Asked Tom suspiciously. So weird. No, she's 84, Sam said. Yeah, me too, said Tom. What makes you say you like this book, said Lockie. Okay, so Lockie's there. We feel like we haven't seen the boys, even though this is only the second one back for the year.
Yeah, the boys weren't in.
The boys weren't in the last few chapters
Yeah,
before.
that's true.
You know.
Also, is Lockie... No, Gemini's been stolen back from the hospital wing.
All right.
Anyway.
Michael smiled and looked at the sun shining in the sky, quintingly smiling down at them. There's that word again.
Love that.
I
Bit of
spotted a quint in the wild.
Oh.
It's on a building near here.
Yes, I've seen that too.
Yeah.
I think I sent a photo of it to you.
No, I think I sent a photo to you.
I've definitely seen it. It's around here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Maybe, yeah.
spot it.
Well, in the first book, it kind of felt like they were just setting everything up. And of course, Mr. Charger was trying to kill us, which sucked. And the second book, we had to do that whole Team Wizard tournament crap. And we watched that kid whose name I genuinely can't remember die in front of our faces, right?
And that's Gorby Bolonsky. Because remember, the book said Gorby will never be mentioned in this book again.
Oh, poor Gorby. But in this book, it kind of seems like you and Gemini are the main kind of guys who are in trouble. And the rest of us are kind of like, there? Like, honestly, aside from occasionally Monsieur Chargeur trying to kill us, it doesn't really feel like we're in danger, Michael said.
That's a good place to be for the boys. I
Yeah.
like that for them.
Yeah, happy for them. Not for Lockie, but oh well. Now, who's this even speak? All right.
I actually, the other weekend, I actually bumped into the Lockie
Oh,
that Lockie is named after.
Wow.
I didn't bump into him. It was at a friend's 30th. Laughed the night away.
Oh.
Just like when me and you do this book.
Oh, how was this guy?
He was great.
Oh, does he know about the book?
Yeah, because I used to send it to
Oh,
him.
that's
He's
right.
the one I used to send it to on MSN. Yeah.
Does he listen or care?
I don't think so. We didn't talk about my work at all. So
Oh, that's good.
just talked about high school.
Yeah, great. Okay. My dad called me the other day. Apparently things aren't looking good for Professor Potter.
Ooh.
Boxley Washington told him he only had a few weeks to figure out what was going on with the whole Gemini, Monsieur Chargeur and Clannish Kimjiri situation.
That did happen.
And if not, he'd be fired. It doesn't feel like he's made much progress, Lockie said, as Harry Potter began rollerblading over to the boys and asking them for a high five. Which actually would end up being some of the B-roll footage used in the previous chapter.
Yeah, because in the previous chapter there was Harry high-fived some of the students on rollerblades, remember?
That is incredible.
Why?
I don't know. And it's funny you know what B-roll footage is.
Yeah,
at this
B-roll.
point. Yeah.
I did media studies.
Your dad, though. Your dad's an idiot, said Rob.
Oh.
I have a theory, Lockie said quietly, but you guys are never going to believe me. And what theory is that? Said Luke. Follow me, Lockie said as he got up and began running toward the library. None of the boys followed him. You guys coming? Said Lockie, who noticed no one following and ran back, puffing.
No one followed him.
Oh, come with me.
The boys like, just let him go.
I can see that. Someone going, come with me. I go,
We're eating bologna.
eating bologna, like
pretty
we're on the hill.
Yeah, the hill's nice. So you can see the sunset.
Yeah, like, can't you just tell us?
Yeah, can't you just tell us here?
We were kind of hoping you'd bring whatever it is here, said Tom. Also, thoughts on lunch, Lady Gertie, anyone? About 20 minutes later, Lockie returned with a copy of the Daily Prophet from a few days ago. Okay, so he did bring it back.
Yeah.
Much better.
Lots of newspaper clippings and, learning information from newspaper articles.
Yeah, which
I guess happens in the real world.
yeah, sure.
You find stuff out.
Yeah, you do, I guess.
Actually, I don't
Through
remember
the media, yeah.
I don't remember the last time. Oh no, the only time I ever read a newspaper is at the cafe near here,
That's
where
funny.
they have paper, and sometimes I'll sit down and I'll just read the newspaper like an old man.
Yeah, I've done that at a cafe a few times. Where you just go, oh yeah.
because they just have them. But other than that, I wouldn't know where to get one.
Just like almost any convenience store. And like, yeah.
How are newspapers profitable in 2024?
I don't know. We buy, Mel and I buy them sometimes, honestly, for the crossword.
Yeah, or the quiz or something. Because the thing about newspapers I don't get is, like, I actually think it's amazing that still to this day in 2024, there is a daily newspaper that is out at like 4 a.m. every morning.
Yeah.
It's ready. Who is writing all this stuff? Who is
People.
doing it?
And that's their job.
Who's reading it? No, do you think anyone in the history of the universe has read a full newspaper from front to back?
Yes.
No. Every article. Someone's been like, there is no one on planet
An
Earth.
old person who doesn't do anything with their day.
No. I'm telling you, even they skip stuff.
Oh, that's true. They probably skip
They
that.
just read the front page and they're like, oh yeah, that was good. Like, I'm telling you, no one has ever read the full newspaper.
But you're not going to buy, you can't buy it without, you can't just buy the first 2 pages.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, it's like, who is writing all this shit that never gets read? I reckon there are articles in the paper that like 4 people see.
That's funny.
I think it's true.
Yeah. But then some people, I think it's because it appeals to such a broad, because you go, well, I don't care about what's on page 1, 2, 3, but I'm the person that reads 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
And someone
okay.
else,
Yeah.
they only read the classifieds.
Yeah.
And-
or like the TV guy.
Me personally, I'm in it for the obituaries.
There are probably people.
I'm like, I read it and I don't know any of the people, but I see, Margaret, R.I.P. Margaret, funeral details, St. John's Church, 11 a.m.
Oh my
Tomorrow
God.
she lived in peace and died in misery. I go, I'll go to that. And I'll turn up. I'll turn up to the funeral.
My nonna gets the Il Globo, which is the Italian-Australian newspaper.
That
Right.
is hilarious.
The Il Globo.
Get out.
What?
The Il
Why is
Globo.
that hilarious?
And then does it mean... And
is it hilarious that my grandmother left her whole family in Italy and just wants one way to connect to her home when she's been here her whole life and never gets to see her family? and her parents died after she left and she never saw them again when she got on that boat. Is that funny to you, is it? Anyway, so she...
It is not, but I mean, you're saying it is hilarious, and I'm trying to think it's not, but I am laughing.
Yeah, Nonna reads
I'm
the Il
crying
Globo,
now.
and every week she's got the class. Every day she's got the classified. She's like, oh yeah, I know these people. They're all dead. Yeah, all these people have died.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, but isn't is the Il Globo? The Il Globo.
Yeah.
Is the Il Globo, a newspaper that's in Italian of Australian events, or it's in Italian as Italian events?
No, so it's a Australian-made Italian newspaper
And where are the events it's reporting on?
in Italy and Australia.
Oh.
It's like, if you're an Italian that lives in Australia, this is the newspaper for you.
Right.
And I would hazard a guess there is no competing newspaper.
Okay, so there's a bit of what's happening in Melbourne. They go, in Lygon Street there's a sale on something.
100%.
And the next article is tensions in Sicily.
Yes, it's exactly that.
Okay.
It's like, there was an earthquake in Venice. And then it's like, hey, come to the Italian festival in Lygon Street. Like, that's the Il Globo.
Yeah.
I'll bring one in.
Yeah,
I'll bring one in.
That'd
You
be
can read
good.
it.
Yeah.
And it's in Italian. It's written in Italian, obviously.
Mount Vesuvius is erupting again.
Yeah, we in Australia you get it a few years later.
Yeah. There's always a countdown. Oh, Vesuvius.
3 days.
Yeah.
Call your family.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Barely
Enough
made
of
it
that.
into
Enough of
this.
that.
Yeah.
Um,
Il Globo. I hate that you found Il Globo so funny.
I don't know why it was. It's great.
There's also Rai Italia, the Italian TV station.
I thought you were going to say that. So really?
Rai Italia.
How do you get that?
Satellite. It's brought.
Wow.
You get it from Italy. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
There's some great shows on Rai Italia.
I actually would like to, for cheap seats, I could use some of that.
Oh yeah. There's this great.
How
show.
do you access it?
You have to get a satellite on your roof.
Well, I'm not going to do that just for one.
You can claim it on tax.
That's true. I will. Can you record it? Oh no, that's too much.
I'll record some Rai Italia. There's this great soap opera Nonna loves called, I think it's called Il Posto le Sol, Place in the Sun.
Oh, I was going to say the Desperate Housewives of Tuscany or something.
No, it's like the neighbors of Italy, right? And they all live in a hotel, in an apartment building, and lots of drama. I always ask Nonna what's been happening.
Oh, that's good.
I'll get an update from her on it.
And if you record some news or some,
yeah.
I'll
they sometimes have church from the Vatican. Nonna loves that. Sometimes I go over, Nonna's just watching church.
Watching church.
She loves it.
Great. I guess if you're going to get it, you might as well get the good stuff.
Yeah, the best church there is.
Yeah.
The Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Super Bowl of churches.
The super church.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the fanfic. Sorry for that detour.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
Yeah, about 20 minutes later, Sam and Mike returned to the podcast. Lockie returned with a copy of the Daily Prophet from a few days ago. You don't see newspapers that much, no. Anyway. Oh, here we go. Ooh, can we do the quiz? Sam yanked the paper out of Lockie's hand. That's incredible. I didn't realize that people... Yeah. Okay. What is the chemical symbol for xenon? That's easy. That's obvious. Is it X? Or
I think it's
XE?
XE. Yeah.
XE, yeah. Lockie yanked it back with an aggressive stance and a tinge of yellow in his eyes that seemed familiar somehow, but also not sure.
Okay.
An aggressive stance and a tinge of yellow in his eyes. That was familiar, but also not sure.
Not sure. I'm not
Read
sure.
this. 17 people have died in a prostitute incident in China. That's crazy. Michael read the headline. No, not that one. The other one.
Okay. A prostitute incident.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
No, not the other one. 17 people have died in a separate and unrelated prostitute incident also in China. That is beyond a coincidence, said Michael. So there's two articles about two separate incidents where
to each
17
other.
people...
Yeah.
It is now confirmed that 34 people have died in the same prostitute incident in China, which was originally thought to be two independent and completely separate incidents, as reported by us. That is so, so sad, Lockie, and thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Now, the funny part about that is they've published all three stories despite acknowledging that the first two are factually incorrect.
They would just...
Not many papers do that.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah.
They just kind of delete that.
Publish it.
and a prostitute incident.
Yeah. What is that? So unclear. Could be anything.
Yep. Lockie pointed his finger to another headline. Vladek Slavomanovic sighted again. Why can't we catch him? Says the Minister of Magic, Boxley Washington.
Why can't we catch him? That's what you want to hear. Osama bin Laden rumored to be hiding in Pakistan. Why can't we catch him?
Yeah.
Said George Bush.
Well, I don't know.
That's great.
I don't know anything, says Albanese.
Yeah. I don't know.
What do you think we should do?
Yeah, what do you guys think?
What do you guys reckon?
Says
What do you guys reckon?
Oh, God.
That's really fascinating, Lockie. And seriously, I'm glad you brought this to our attention. But I'm not sure if you heard, there were 34 people who died in a prostitute incident over in China today. And I really think we should be doing more as a school to help the Chinese, Rob said. Oh, sing it. And any of our Chinese, listeners, we are trying to do as much as we can.
Yeah, we're behind you.
We're behind you and in front of you and beside you.
Yeah.
We're surrounding. We're surrounding you.
We've got you. We've got you.
Gotcha. What if Vladek is innocent? Lockie said.
Oh.
Everyone looked stunned, and Sam even fainted. But it turned out it was from a nearby mandrake, which reminded everyone that they actually had herbology class.
Okay.
So what if Vladek is innocent?
Yeah.
Of what?
Of murdering Jordan Borden. Could be. Interesting. Anyway, we've got herbology now.
Yeah. Upon entering the greenhouse with the Slytherins and expelled, which is the house that Dimmy and
Derek are in.
They saw not Neville standing at the front of the classroom, but Harry Potter. Neville is away on sabbatical, so I'll be filling in. And that can't be how you spell sabbatical. Oh, sorry, it says Sabicol.
Sabicol. Neville is away on
Sabicol. So I'll be filling in, said Harry. So, okay, be honest. What the fuck is herbology even about? Oh, sorry, it says WTF.
Yeah.
So, okay, be honest. WTF is herbology even about? It's a stupid subject, right? Like, no one actually likes it, right? And Neville sucks, right? Is that the general census?
Census.
Not consensus.
Not even spelt how census is spelled.
Yeah.
It's spelt with an S.
Everyone objected to this and informed Harry that Neville, in fact, was a fantastic teacher who was passionate about herbology and always made the classes fun and interesting.
I believe that about Neville.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Harry's bullying of Neville.
It doesn't have to be interesting, but as long as you're interested.
Yes.
You know, that'll...
Yeah.
Kind of like this
100%.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, back to Il Globo.
Harry then grudgingly turned to the blackboard and simply wrote a 1 on the board, implying that they all had to stay in for 1 minute at lunchtime.
The classic. Did you ever get your
Yes.
Did you ever get your name on the board at school?
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how
The power that had.
when you're at school, if the teacher's like put your name on the board, any adult would be like, I don't care. But to a child, it's publicly shaming you.
Yeah. Like sometimes the punishment wasn't even clear what it was going to be. It was just like
your name's on the board.
you like if you're misbehaving, your name goes on the board.
Yeah.
But like sometimes they just wordlessly, like you'd be chatting, they'd either just look at you or go, oi, or like just quiet please, and then they just walk over the board and just write Sam.
And then everyone in class is like,
Oh my god,
she's serious.
or you just be talking and you realize the teacher would just get up, go over the board without wordlessly, like, oh no, they're writing someone's name. You're like, oh fuck, that's my name.
It's like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It's like Katniss Everdeen. Oh no, I volunteer as tribute.
No one ever did that.
You can't,
You can't volunteer. Because then you just write both names down.
I remember at assembly in grade 3, I was sitting next to my friend Darcy and he had his Tarzos.
Yeah,
I was looking at the Tarzos. I was like, these are awesome, Darcy, just before assembly started. And the teacher came and confiscated them from me. And I just felt horrible because I had gotten Darcy's Tarzos confiscated. I was like, I'll get him back. I will get them back.
Yeah,
for you, man. Anyway.
Did you get them back?
I started crying.
Yeah.
It was overwhelming.
Fair enough.
Overwhelming.
You imagine that you got them back.
I did get them back, yes. But yeah. It was crazy.
So sorry that happened to you, man.
Oh, it still haunts me to this day.
Yeah, I know. I've read about it in Il Globo. They did a story on it. Italian Australian podcast still haunted by childhood trauma.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Il Globo
And the quote is, Mamma mia!
All right, let's keep going.
Sorry. Anyway, all right then. Herbology, plants and shit. Yep. What's never left for you? What are you guys working on? You're probably working on like planting or something? Planting stuff? Harry paced over to one of the Slytherin girls. Chain Sandwhips.
Chain
Sandwhips is her name.
Wow.
And she had a pot plant in front of her. Is that right, Chain? Is that correct? Yes. Said Chain.
There's a girl. Just
Finally,
there's
a female character.
We love girls.
And her name's Chain.
Her name is Chain.
That's a nice name.
Sandwhips.
You know what? I have never thought about Chain for a name.
Yeah, it's nice.
I guess it works
Chain name.
for a boy or a girl. Harry immediately grabbed the pot in front of Chain, threw it across the room, only for it to smash against the wall and shatter into several pieces, only to create a ricochet. Oh my
RICOSHAY.
Yep, of pieces. One of which hit Dragon Mailboy in the eye.
Wow, poor Dragon.
Yeah, we don't see
him much. Yeah.
And gouged out his eye.
Oh,
And Madame Pomfrey even said it was beyond repairable.
wow, poor Dragon.
So
His
that's
poor eye.
What a random time for Dragon Mailboy to lose an eye. Not even in any of these fights or anything.
He's just a background
Yeah.
character. Yeah.
Harry had to have a meeting with the school board, including Boris Mailman, and after Harry agreed to have another 6 sessions with the school counsellor and also do a public apology on Good Morning America, they would all be...
I don't even know. Is that a show?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Who hosts Good Morning America?
I don't know. Probably someone called Leslie and someone called
Clint.
Brian.
Yeah.
Kevin. There'll be a Kevin on there.
Yeah.
Should we fact check that on?
Someone will. Send an emoji if you did.
Yep.
Don't tell us what the result was.
No,
though.
do.
Okay,
Also, a public apology on Good Morning America, and they'd all be happy to let it slide.
that's good. Good for Harry.
Harry returned to the class and cleared his throat.
So all this has happened in the time that the kids are still in the class.
Yeah. So he's done his Good Morning America. It must have been a live cross.
Yeah.
Just to... And the time difference.
Surprised he
maybe.
didn't do it on Il Globo.
Oh, of course. He released a statement. Okay. Forget everything you know about herbology and feast your eyes on this.
Wow.
Sorry, I did it wrong. Feast your eyes on this.
Nice.
The actual way it's written.
Great delivery.
Harry waved his wand and out of it spawned a thornstrute,
Ooh.
an enormous plant that was also alive. It had the face of a rose.
Oh. What?
It had a face like a rose, I guess.
Yeah.
Its rose. The rose was petals with the face, and could shoot thorns from its mouth as fast as a machine gun could shoot down a group of people.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, that's a horrible visual.
This is a terrible.
my
Is this
God.
Care of Magical Creatures or Herbology?
Yeah. So it's a rose. It's the face is a rose, and it goes.
And is this a Mike original creation? I think it is. I don't think
Yeah.
this popped up in the OG HP.
No, I don't remember thornstrutes at all.
Thornstrutes. Yeah, I like them though.
Yeah. It was one of the most dangerous pieces of flora known to the wizarding world and was never allowed to be out of a controlled environment. So Harry doesn't like herbology, but then suddenly can create one of the most...
He's got a Thornstrute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, Harry began, is Pete the Thornstrute. Before he could finish introducing Pete, Pete immediately exploded with a round of thorns shooting directly at the students who hid under their desks to block them, except for Chain Sandwhips, who was taking notes and nodding at what Harry was saying, but was unfortunately hit by one of the thorns and passed away peacefully in her sleep. R.I.P.
Wait, what? She was hit by one of the thorns and passed away
Yeah.
peacefully in her sleep?
So she
Like
was...
that, like separate to this?
Seems like she was hit by a thorn,
Maybe ended up in hospital
then fell asleep, and
and then passed away.
peacefully. Yeah,
Like you think she'd be quite distressed.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, all right, but Chain Sandwhips, we barely knew you.
Chains. Another character who pops up for
Yeah.
one chapter and bites the dust.
We get a female character, she gets killed off immediately.
I hate that.
All right.
So sexist.
It took the entire staff of Hogwarts to get Pete under control and subdue him.
Sub-D-O.
Yeah, and subdue him.
Wow.
And the entire greenhouse was damaged, and herbology was cancelled for the foreseeable future, meaning Harry had to find other employment for him. What?
For Neville?
Or for
Is that what
Pete?
it's saying? Or for Pete? Or for Harry? I think it's saying for Neville because there's no more herbology.
Yeah, but like he's okay. The Ministry of Magic had to have a meeting with. What is happening? Just having this chapter. It's just again. We're not progressing anything. Like it's just like admin. We're just describing the admin of a school.
It's pretty funny though.
Oh my god! Next is like Harry had to do the enrollments for the next year, so he sat down for 2 or 3 hours and
Had an apology scheduled.
Yeah. The Ministry of Magic had to have a meeting with Harry. The same day he had to have a meeting with the board.
So this is
about his behaviour.
It's all happening in one day.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
having multiple meetings going.
He's thinking, oh my god, I've got so many meetings at the moment. Well, stop with the, shit. But they agreed that as long as Harry had another few sessions with the school counsellor and apologised publicly on Rove Live the next Sunday night after Big Brother.
So Rove Live, I think we've talked about it before, but was a late night comedy talk. It was like Australia's version of like The Tonight Show or like something like that. And it was very funny. But it would not be the environment in which you would have a public apology.
No, that's true, yeah. But they said if he does more sessions with the school counsellor and apologise on Rove Live the next Sunday night after Big Brother, we all know
That's
that,
so true.
it would all be okay and forgotten. Harry said he refused to apologise on both Good Morning America and Rove Live, which
Neither of which are in the UK.
no, yeah, which led to a heated debate with Boxley. Yeah, why would they want him to apologise on an Australian late night show and nowhere else?
Maybe it's just like to say, well, he did apologise.
Yeah.
Nobody saw it, but he did do it.
Well, do you want to do Boxley? This is Boxley.
Yeah, I'm Boxley. Okay, how does Boxley
I don't
sound?
know.
Okay, Harry, you leave me no choice. No choice whatsoever. Unfortunately, I am going to officially have to stand you down as headmaster of Hogwarts.
Boxley Washington said. What?
That's great delivery.
Harry said, and his jaw dropped to the ground like in cartoons.
Yeah.
Dong.
You heard me correct. You heard me. Oh, God. You heard.
Don't do it too gravelly.
You heard me correctly. I warned you. You've made no progress on what's happening in this school. You've blinded one boy. You've killed another girl who passed away peacefully in her sleep. You are still allowed to live at the castle, but until further notice or an act of undeniable good for the school, you will not be allowed to headmast.
Boxley said, I like that. The headmaster.
Headmaster.
Because I guess they are the headmaster.
That's what the headmaster is doing, headmasting.
Yeah, they are headmasting.
I do like, it does feel like it's setting it up
Yes.
for Harry to be the savior of the book when he says, unless you do something undeniably
Really
good.
Yeah, well, I don't know why I'm mentioning that part. Because why would I? That's good. Text message.
That's all
We'll
right.
ignore it.
That's all right. We'll ignore it.
Then I mentioning, Chain passing away peacefully. in sleep.
You've killed
Yeah.
another girl who passed away peacefully in her sleep.
And I guess, was it Trelawney who was fired? But was she allowed to live on the...
Yes,
and then,
by Umbridge, yes.
Yeah, and then-
Dumbledore's like, you do not have permission to banish them from the grounds.
That's true.
That is only for the headmaster.
And then what does Umbridge say?
For now.
For now.
For now.
Okay.
Hate her.
So, similarly, Harry's allowed to remain on the school grounds
Can I ask,
after killing a student.
this is my tier list of the most hated characters in Harry Potter. It goes Voldemort, right? Then above Voldemort is Professor Umbridge, right? This is in...
You teased us there because it sounded like Voldemort was at the top.
No, Voldemort is number 3. Number 2 is Professor Umbridge. Number 1 most evil character in Harry Potter.
Let me think. Who? So you've got Voldemort, Umbridge, and above?
Actually,
Umbridge?
there's 2 people above Umbridge.
Oh my god.
So number 1...
Hang on. Is it one of the is it Barty Crouch Jr.?
It's Uncle Vernon.
Uncle Vernon. Wow.
And then number 0, the peak of the most evil bad people in Harry Potter,
the devil.
is Dumbledore.
Whoa, mic drop.
He does everything wrong. We've talked about it on this
Yeah.
show. He's an abusive manipulator. Hate that guy. Love him though.
Yeah.
But hate him.
We're at Fenrir Greyback.
He's all right.
Yeah, true.
Well, you kill a couple kids.
Whatever.
You eat a couple kids.
Yeah. Hey, guys got to eat.
God's gonna eat. Go, Fenrir, eat a chicken. No, I like kids. I like eating children.
Werewolf's going to wolf.
Yeah.
We're going to wear. We're going to, whatever they do.
Boys got to cry wolf.
Yeah. All right. Harry pulled Socky out of his pocket and placed him on his hand. And what about Socky? Huh? What do you do with Socky? What are you going to do when all the kids say, oh, Harry, where's Socky? Oh, Harry, we can't work without Socky encouraging us. You know what, Boxley? I've always hated you. Always. And you know what? Your ass sticks out. Your ass sticks out. It looks stupid. You look stupid. Be a man. Be a man, Boxley. A man, not an idiot like you idiot. Now, who would you even get to replace me? What, Hermione? Hermione? She couldn't bloody do it. She'd crumble. She'd absolutely crumble under the pressure.
Wow.
I
think she'd be great.
I think she'd be great. Yeah. It's probably the obvious choice.
Yeah. Oh, no. No. I've already found your replacement, Harry.
Oh.
He was lying in a grave-shaped hole in the Forbidden Forest, completely in the nude.
This, just interrupting, this does sound like how Dumbledore finds all his teachers. Now that we're yeah, perfect. You there. You
Come
there.
and teach my students.
You want to teach his class? Sure.
I remember, like, Dumbledore justifies hiring Professor Lockhart by saying, like, there's a lot you can learn from a bad teacher. But imagine actually...
Did he say that? Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine trying to tell, like, your boss that, like, why did you hire this guy? He's a fraud. He knows nothing. Well, there's a lot you can learn from a bad teacher. So what? You're trying to, like... You hired him to what? Teach the kids a metaphorical lesson instead of just teach them the syllabus?
Because you could just tell them...
Yeah, just tell them that.
And
Like,
get someone to teach them the real stuff.
yeah.
They've all failed their hours, but they've won, they've won in life.
Yeah. Dumbledore, no more experimental hires. Just hire the best candidate for the job.
After this year. Yeah. I've already kind of got a few things cooking.
I've got a guy lined up.
So anyway, yeah.
He was in the Forbidden Forest completely in the nude. He told me he was thinking about what he had done wrong. That is the man we need at the helm of this ship, Neville Longbottom, headmaster of Hogwarts.
What?
What a twist.
Boxley looked to the cameras and whispered with his hand next to his mouth.
And depending on how tonight goes, the new head of Giving Head too.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Oh, Neville, awesome, said Sam. Congratulations, Neville. That is such a great career move for you, man, said Michael. So we're assuming now Neville's in the room.
Yeah.
Neville, well done, mate, said Tom. And a whole group of students who were watching by came over to congratulate.
Yeah.
Congratulate Neville. Harry looked around, shocked. No! He screamed. Harry woke up in bed, drenched in sweat.
Oh, it was
You're
all
joking.
just a bad dream. It was all just
You're
a bad
kidding
dream.
me.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Thank God. It was all just a bad dream. Boxley Washington came out from the of the covers completely nude.
Harry, are you okay? You were screaming,
said Boxley. Yeah, ha! That is crazy dream that you made Neville headmaster, Harry responded. Oh, fucking hell. Neville Longbottom also got out of the sheets from the other side of Harry, also completely naked. But Harry, that did happen. Don't you remember? You probably got too drunk at my headmaster welcoming party. That's how we all end up in bed together. Right, Boxley? Neville said. Lucky. I'm so grateful this is your line.
We've both just read the same line. Do you want to give the lead in so we'll make it flow?
Oh, fucking hell. All right. No, I won't say the okay, cool. So you probably got too drunk at my headmaster welcoming party. That's how we all end up in bed together. Right, Boxley?
Shut up and keep sucking.
Boxley said, fucking hell, pointing to his semi-erect penis, in brackets, he was old, so it was hard for his penis to continue being erect. End of chapter. What a time in the chapter.
Shut up and keep sucking.
Jesus Christ. So you assume Neville got the job of the head of Giving Head then. Oh my God. Okay,
I
so
love how much shut up and keep sucking communicates without actually explicitly saying what's happening. It's just such great writing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nah?
No. But
Shut
What
up
the
and keep sucking.
shut up and take my money.
Wow. Okay.
So
I mean, a lot happened, but nothing happened. But
Neville's now the headmaster, the acting headmaster. Which
So what? So Harry's no longer a teacher,
he's just
a guy.
a guy at the school who's having three ways with the other guys.
Minister of Magic.
The Minister of Magic and the headmaster. Wow.
Yeah, sleeping with the boss.
Wow. But it feels like no, I was just making a way too Australian reference. It feels like Neville being the headmaster is kind of like when like Barnaby Joyce at some point was acting Prime Minister.
Yeah. Yes.
Within, like,
Barnaby Joyce.
who's
Well, actually, no, because Barnaby Joyce is a fucking idiot. Whereas
Yeah.
I like Neville.
Oh, true. Okay.
I would want Neville to be acting Prime Minister.
Oh, okay. But I guess I'm really the Harry. Oh, so maybe Harry. Oh, God, yeah. Jeez.
I think
Forget this.
Harry is... You know what? I'd still probably rather hang out with Harry Potter in this book than Barnaby Joyce.
Yeah.
I hate Barnaby Joyce. He's
Yeah.
an idiot.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Anyway.
Wow. Okay, so nothing really happened, but then I guess what did happen
What
is...
if Fladek's innocent was floated?
Yes.
And Neville's headmaster.
Neville being the headmaster will definitely create some hijinks later, won't it?
Awesome low jinx.
Oh.
Do you want to plug your Comedy Fest show?
Oh, yeah, sure. April 2nd to 7th during the Comedy Festival at QT Melbourne. There's a nice rooftop bar.
That's awesome.
Book your tickets now.
My cousin used to work there
Wow.
a long time ago.
This is a good plug.
Wait, is it QT?
I hope so. Yeah.
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 That's a hotel though, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's also like a rooftop bar.
Yes.
and-
Great hotel.
Yeah.
Stayed at the one in Sydney.
But like I've been there just to go to the bar
Yeah, great.
multiple times.
It's going to be a good show. I'll be there a few of the nights.
Yeah, and I'm doing less nights than usual at the moment. So basically, without like they should sell out. So as in like you should definitely
great. Get a
book
ticket.
the Thursday and Friday kind of already.
Will you set up a
Yeah.
discount for the listeners?
I hadn't thought about it, but yeah,
Enter code Harry, you get 10% off.
okay. I haven't done it. I haven't set it up yet, but I think I can do that. But-
We'll make it what you want.
all right, we'll try and do it by then. Yeah.
And I was going to say, I think I've said this on the show already, but I'm on Hard Quiz, the TV show.
Oh yeah, when's that?
It's April 3rd. It airs. So it's the night before your show.
No, well, my show is on then. April 2nd to 7th.
Oh, right. But which ones am I filming? 4th and 5th?
Sorry, yeah, you can't.
Yeah, so it's the April 3rd. I'm on Hard Quiz, so book it in. I'm going to
Wow.
watch it.
Or everyone record it and come to my show instead.
Yeah, true. You could do that.
No. That's wow.
Yep. Anyway, follow us on Insta at HPATBpod, TikTok the same, at radio.mike on Insta, at Sam Garlep on Insta with 2 P's, PP. And we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
amores.
Do you reckon they'll cover your hard quiz in Il Globo? Il difficulto quizo.